And we have some developing news just coming into us. The family of Lamar Odom now reacting to the report that he is fighting for his life after being found unconscious in Las Vegas. His ex-wife, Khloe Kardashian, said to be inconsolable and at his side. We'll have the very latest on this former NBA star's fall from grace and his struggle with addiction. Developing now, Lamar Odom's grandmother is now speaking out as the former NBA star and reality TV personality fights for his life after being found unresponsive at a Nevada brothel. Florence Odom tells NBC Lamar's father is headed to his son's bedside. She says that she's not gotten any update yet on his condition, but she, quote, is praying to God. I'm asking God to please let him survive. His condition is appearing grave, with Kendall Jenner, his former sister-in-law, tweeting a short time ago, please don't go. The owner of the Love Ranch tells NBC News Odom checked in on Saturday, partied for several days, and was found unconscious in a VIP suite yesterday afternoon before being rushed to a hospital in Vegas about an hour away. Odom played in the NBA for 14 years and was married to Khloe Kardashian for 5 years. Throughout his career, he admitted to facing substance abuse issues, reportedly also entering rehab after being arrested for drunk driving before he and Kardashian split in 2013. And just 5 months ago, two of Odom's good friends died from issues related to drugs. And with me now, Brad Lamm, an author and interventionist who helps families deal with addiction. Brad, thank you so much for joining me. Okay, we don't know the details here. We don't know what happened. We know that the owner of this brothel says that he did not, or the women there did not see Lamar Odom use any drugs. They claimed that there was only herbal Viagra. We do not know, but what we know is here's a person who's had a history of abuse, who's been struggling with a relationship issue with his marriage, his basketball career, and was partying, as they describe it, at this location.
And disintegration in front of the cameras over the last number of years, you know, and in a way, the chaos and crisis helped pay the bills in the world of reality television. So for this family, it must be a lot. But I think they're in a unique situation because part of the addiction and chaos in the past has fueled the headlines for them in ways that I think make it complicated. You know, you ask yourself, I think most families would ask themselves, like, why didn't we step in? But why don't families step in? They're afraid. They think they're going to make things worse, or they don't know how to help. But he's had a long history, Tamron. Most people who struggle with addiction, 80% of those who struggle with addiction will never get meaningful help.
80%.
80%.
And when you call it meaningful help, how do you define that? We know that he entered rehab for this alcohol incident. We don't know much more, and I don't want to speculate over what his troubles were, but he did enter a facility.
He's had an open history of cocaine and alcohol use, and so when I say meaningful recovery, I don't mean baseline abstinence. Like, you know, I've been in clean and sober for a long time, many years. But, you know, many people will stop the coke and still drink. Some people will still smoke cigarettes and stop drinking. A meaningful recovery, meaning they're able to navigate life and have the kind of life they want. Not everybody has a baseline like I do, which I think is awesome. But I see a lot of people regain really quality of life with more good, less bad in their life. What
about environment? I mean, here he has not been playing. I know that he tried out for a few teams and that wasn't working out. And again, the brothel is illegal business in Nevada, in that part of the state. But if you are trying to recover, if you have a substance abuse past, obviously you can't eliminate all of your friends and the environment, but how important is it for someone who's struggling to try to avoid these
influences
and influences?
Yeah, but I have this idea that if I go to a barbershop day in, day out, I'm likely going to get a haircut. And likewise, if you put yourself around people, places, and things that are triggers for you, or if there's drugs on the table right here, I would be triggered in ways that I wouldn't. Yeah. You know, Yeah, I think it's just an awful headline. Yeah. And it goes against the notion that many families get stopped by. It's the idea that somebody has to hit bottom. And I think if we interrupt and help someone get treatment, that's their bottom. We help them establish a bottom. The bottom is when you quit digging and accept help.
Well, we know that his father was a recovering heroin addict. He lost his mother at a very young age. He lost a child as well to SIDS, and it's been a very tough life for this young man, and now he
35.
is fighting for his life. So we'll continue to follow.
Treatment works. That's the hope I think that every family can hear today.
Yeah. All right, Brad, thank you very much. Great pleasure having you on and always being so open with your background and your history and your help for others. Thank you.